Welcome back to another episode of Quarterback Kings Talk. I'm your host Reed, and today I'll be covering the Kings 5-2 win over the Minnesota Wild of Minnesota. So Minnesota is a team that's been decimated with injuries, with Parise being out for a long time, Zach Parise. Charlie Coyle missed significant time. He played in this game, more to him later. And Jared Spurgeon, a defenseman who usually on their blue line, and he wasn't playing this game for injury reasons. They had their starter, Devin Dubnyk, in net, like the Kings had Quickie. Let's finally hop into this game. First period, it looks exactly like the Chicago game, which means no score. That's what ended up after one. And there was posts and crossbars, like you could hear on the radio the ping, and that came off the puck hitting the crossbar. So I like these new line combinations. Like I said, I believe either in the Detroit or DC video, I believe this third line of Gabrick, Kempier, and Trevor Lewis, they are great. And there's a lot of speed with the so-called Ferrari factor of Gabrick, and Kempier's game is built via speed. And Lewis is just Lewis and just knows where to be at the right time. So King, in the second period, it all changes. Minnesota gets some chances, Kings get some chances, Minnesota scores immediately 1-0. And then, like 3 minutes later, I'm thinking in the game, Jake, the Snake Muzzin, he wrists it in. Muzzy with, I believe, his third, let me find it out. It'll be probably 1 second for you guys. As of right now, I just checked, and it is Jake Muzzin's third of the year. So he's due for a bounce back season from last year, and it's the engine's starting to rumble again. And I remember going to a game around this time last year before Thanksgiving, but I know we're in December now, but that was Thanksgiving's a couple weeks ago now. But I remember 2016, Muzzin had scored the day before, and then when I was there with a friend, then he scored against the Wild last year at home, and that was like, his goal drought was like from those 2 periods when I was in attendance. So then right off the bat, not even 2 minutes later, Tyler Ennis, not the Lakers forward, but Tyler Ennis, the hockey player, he scores to make it 2-1, and that was his 5th of the year. Next thing you know, speaking of another guy with 3rd of the year, Marian Gabrick with a nice little tap in after a nice 2-on rush via Kopitar and Gabby, and he ties it up at 2. That is his 3rd of the year, and I believe that was goal 399. So I was thinking, hey, maybe I'll witness history Thursday, or likely going to be tomorrow when I upload this. Yes, I'm going. I'll probably then right off the bat, like 7 minutes remaining, and hold up, that Gabrick goal was actually the 3rd. I didn't say going to the 3rd period because there was so much goals, and it was like, here we go again. But Gabrick scores his 399th career goal. That ties it up. We're in the 3rd period. Roughly a little bit then, like 2/3 in, Adrian Kempier scores, I believe, his 10th goal of the year. So he's already showing that that new line does well. And then not even 2 minutes later, Marian Gaborik from Andrzej Kopitar, right off the face-off, Gaborik's 400th career goal. More to him later. And then if you follow John Rosen, the Kings Insider, on Twitter at LA Kings Insider, you're welcome, John, for that free promotion. Now help a brother out. I caught a little screen grab of him, and it said, so Gabby now has 800 points in his career, so that means 400 for goals and 400 for assists. And Kopitar had his 500th career assist. So you can have two and one. And that put Gabby at hat-trick watch. So it's now 4-2. Kings get a power play late in the period, very late in the period, and Minnesota decides to pull a goaltender because they want to make it 6-on-5 apparently. I mean, yeah, no, 5-on-5, and Kopitar shoots it in. I thought Gaborik was going to somehow get on the ice and like tap it in and get the Hattie, which would be a nice close-off for the game, but it's fine. Kopitar got his 15th, getting new season highs than last year. I said a couple games ago that last year was a fluke. And I'm hopefully making a where Reed was right and where Reed was wrong video, because I made some outlandish predictions both here and on the LA Rant that I think were stupid. And thoughts on this game? Oh yeah, Kings win. I like the fact that we're winning at home, and that's one of the biggest necessities to win. Well, obviously, to win every night, try to win every game night as possible. And I like to see like your top end player score. You like to see guys like Kempe score as much of the depth. Quicks looked like himself, like Mr. Vesna. And a little word on Gaborik. He came over to the Kings in that magical season a couple years ago when we won the Cup the second time, and he hasn't been living up to his contract the first couple of years. But this year, even though he was out, his teammates call him the Ferrari, and I believe the Ferrari has left the garage and finally going full throttle. A little word on Kopitar. He's one of my favorite players to watch. If I was playing hockey and I was a forward, I would want to be Kopitar, like a center. He does everything right. He's basically left-handed Patrice Bergeron, not from North America. So I also don't like the fact that we're giving up the first goal, even though that's a good thing. And winning does mask a lot of problems. So I'll be at the Ottawa Sens Kings game, so expect probably a better reaction to that game. And hopefully we can keep this alive. And a little also, please, if there's a donation page to help people with the Thomas Fire and the other fires out there, please help out. I'm not affected, thank Lord, but I have family that's affected. Their second home in the Ventura County got decimated, and they lost part of their house. I'm so shocked. That's for So donate if there's a donate page. I don't know where it is. I don't know the link yet, so who knows. That is it for this video. Congratulations, you made the end. Click like if you like this video. Go over to playlist, watch the whole thing from start to finish. Click the little bell button right next to the subscribe button to get notified whenever I post another video. And hit subscribe to see more content like this. I'm working on something else. I'm trying. These KFRs are probably not your style. If not, I'm working on it. If you don't want to see KFR, there's a couple of other things that are on the playlist. And who knows? Oh, right. Minnesota fans, I forgot. If I were you, you should be patient. Parise will get fully healed, and if you get New Jersey Parise, you are lucky. I, for once, thought your goalie was a joke, and it shut me up to 2-0. And back to the extra. Click like if you like this video, playlist if you want to see it. Hit that subscribe button wherever it is to see more content like this or some other little miscellaneous stuff. And spread the word, share this video. Spread the word, that's the most important what you can do. And we are in a 6-game winning streak. Can we keep it up? I will see you in another video. Mahalo.